Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. Today I'm hopping on to do some Fiber Friday videos, and we're going to be playing with the drum carder a little bit and with some fiber that I have sitting here. And I'm going to flip you here in a minute so you'll have a better view. I tried to get enough light in here today, and I don't know if I accomplished that. It's just kind of dreary out today in Michigan. We have finally cooled down in our temperatures. The last few days have been unbelievably hot, humidity-wise. I think they said we hit a record yesterday or the day before. It was feels like 100 and some degrees. So looking at the 10-day going forward, it looks like we are cooling off into the 70s and are going to probably stay there. I see that the nights are 40s and 50s, which are perfect. I am a seasons girl, so I love all the seasons, but fall is my favorite, and I'm really looking forward to it this year. We had our grandkids up this week. This is their last week off before school starts next week. And so they were up. 2 of them were up this week with us. And I just got back home today from driving them back home down south of here. And there are full trees in color in Michigan already, which is crazy to me. There were a couple that I saw today that are like full orange and red already, which is really... It's not unusual. We start seeing some of those color shifts about this time, but I don't know that I've seen a full entire tree already switching over. So I'm not sure if we're going to have a quick fall here or what. So time will tell. No one knows what the weather's going to do anyways. So today we are going to do some carding. I wanted to show you. So I have my alpaca. This is just alpaca that we had. Oh goodness, it's been 8 years since we lived at our old farm, and so it's been 8 years since I've had alpacas, and I have a bag of their fiber left. I've talked about them before. This was processed in Michigan at Zellinger's fiber mill, which they announced this year they will no longer be doing. I don't know if they're shutting. I think they're shutting down completely. I guess I have to look at that. I'm pretty sure it's shutting down completely. And so I can't take stuff to Zellinger's anymore. And I've been doing a lot of my own processing lately anyways. In regards to my goats, I have Angora goats. And so I have been just washing them. And actually I sold a lot of their fleece raw, which reminds me I had an order come in today. So the kid mohair is all gone for last year, and that will be all the kid mohair that I have, because my three girls are all, I've done 2 shearings with them, and I think that 2 shearings is it for kid mohair. I do still have some of Hyacinth's fiber in the shop. If you go to my website, which everything is always linked below, Hyacinth still has some fiber in there, and Peppermint Patty still has some fiber in there. And I know I've mentioned this too, but Hyacinth won 2023 at the Michigan State. I think it was a goat show. Maybe it was a fiber show. I didn't do it. The previous owner took her kid fleece in, and she won 2023 fleece of the year last year. So she has some beautiful fiber. So I have some of that available, but don't worry, because I am getting ready to shear again here, probably beginning to mid of October. So it won't be long, and I'll have more of the black fleece with my 2 kids. Well, they won't be kid mohair anymore, but the 2 younger ones were the black one that I sold out of. So I have some of that coming. I am hoping to get, and I always have Angora. So if it's not listed on my website, just shoot me a DM or an email. I'm not always good about I think most of the colors are on the website all the time, but if you see that it says not in stock, just shoot me an email or a DM, because I usually have something, or I'm going to have something that week, because I'm usually always grooming rabbits at some point and have most of the colors. I also do have some of the babies still available. I have discounted their pricing. So if you're interested in an English Angora, I have some red ones still available. You could contact me through my email on that too. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I have my alpaca that we're going to do the base of this with. And then, it wasn't that long ago. I want to say it was last year, but it wasn't last year, I don't think. I will put the link to the video up in the corner here. When I KoolAid, and I can still smell the grape, I KoolAid died. It brings me back. It's nostalgic because I shockingly lived on KoolAid. I grew up with KoolAid, and yeah, not a healthy thing, but I did grow up on KoolAid. I think all of us kids in the 70s did. And I can still smell the grape on this. So I KoolAid dyed these fibers last year. This one is Angora. And so this was a purple. I don't think it's coming off real well on the video. But so this was dyed purple KoolAid, which was grape, obviously, for the Angora. So I have some of that we're going to card into this white alpaca. And then I have, let me see. One of these is, this one is Pygora, which is my old goats were pygmy Angora cross. And so this is Pygora fiber that I also had processed as Zellinger's. Pygora fiber has to be dehaired. They have really coarse hairs that you have to dehair them before you use the fiber. And so I sent that off to Zellinger's, or took it to Zellinger's to have that done. And then this is alpaca that I dyed pink. These aren't as strong. That's blue raspberry, I think, but the grape just comes through real strong. So I am going to pause this and switch you down so you can see this. Again, I'm hoping that this light works. I brought in a table. I was going to do all this downstairs in the basement, but again, it's just not bright enough out today. And I have a table sitting here in front of me in the living room, and it would not hold the table's too thick for my connectors on my drum carder. So hopefully it'll all stay stable and we'll be able to do this. So hold on for just a second. Okay guys, I think you can see that. I have cleaned out from when we used it last week. And I'm gonna just run the alpaca through it to get a base on here. Some of you have asked, a couple of people actually asked this on my last, or one of my drum carding videos, about carding Angora, which I've talked about that a lot. I am not a fan always of drum carding Angora because it gets little pills in it, like little neps, when you run the Angora right through the bottom here, the feeder. And so what I typically do, and I'll show you here in a minute, and I was telling the couple people that had asked, I was telling them how I do it. Basically, I take it, I get a base layer down here, for those of you curious about Angora, and then I put it on top here and let it just grab, and it seems to help, in my opinion, with those little neps, or they're almost like little balls, but they're neps that happen in the fiber. And putting down a layer of another fiber also helps too. So you're not putting the Angora directly onto the drum by itself. So I'm just going to make just a thin layer here. It doesn't have to be real thick. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this. I have an idea. We're just going to kind of play today and see what we can get. I've got a couple more videos planned. Actually, today I'm waiting for something to come in the mail. I'm hoping that it gets here and I'm able to go out before it does. If it is going to rain, it sure does look like it. I'm hoping I'll be able to go out and work with it and do a video with it today yet. I have some stuff I'm working on outside in the rabbit area, and I'm waiting for something to come. So hopefully that will be a video next week. I did my polywog video last Monday, which you guys should have seen, and I'm gonna do my Spinolution Echo video coming up, and then I'll have my Monarch. And actually I sent my Monarch in to be I'm just taking some of this is the alpaca, and I'm gonna just put it on top here in spots. So I'm gonna kind of keep it together. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. I sent my monarch, so I had one of the first generation monarchs. I think that's what they call it. It was an early version. So I've had my monarch, I think it's been 4 years now. And anytime you get hay in Angora, it's real easy to pull it out while you're carding or whatever. You just pull it right out. So my monarch was a first generation, or one of the original monarchs. And I had some knocking going on with it, and there was no adjustment. And so Spinolution has done a lot of upgrades on their wheels as people have said, hey, you know, this isn't quite right, or this isn't how I really want it, or they've listened to the customers and they've done a lot of upgrades on the wheels. And so my monarch was sent out to Washington last week. And boy, was that a hard, it was hard to send my spinning wheel in the mail. I sent it UPS, and I did verify that it made it there. It made it there Monday. So I am going to have an updated monarch here soon. The only thing I thought of this week was I did not take pictures of the before. I should be able to show you, and I've used her enough in videos where you guys will know what she looked like originally. But yeah, she is in the shop getting an upgrade, so I'm kind of excited about that. She's going to have an adjustment, I know, on the wheel. I wasn't able, it was kind of knocking on the base of the frame of the wheel, and I had no adjustments on it, and so they're going to upgrade all of that. So once I get that back, I'll be able to do a video. So I think, let me just lean you in. You see, this is really going to turn out pretty. I think I'm going to do another layer, a thin layer of the alpaca. And I always kind of spread it out back here on the feeder part of it, and so it doesn't, and sometimes I don't do this because sometimes I get it kind of jammed in there. But I try to spread it all out so it's a nice thin layer. And I think I'll do this and then do the exact same thing right over top again with the colors. And I'm going to kind of keep them together. And then once I get this all done, I'm going to sit at my wheel and do some spinning and show you what I come up with. So I've kind of covered that first layer, the alpaca, and then the KoolAid dyed, and then I put another thin layer, and now I'm going to go back with the colored again. I'll just make a nice line right here. And again, I couldn't put the pins in to hold this, so it's a little bit wonky, but it'll work today. And by putting your fiber up top here, it's a way of kind of controlling where you want it to go. You have a little bit more control over it rather than sticking it down below. You can really place pieces of fiber up here however you want them. Let me see. Sure. And I'm going to put the Angora right on top here. Make sure it's spread out. And then we'll do the last of the blue. And then I'm going to pause you and turn you back around again, and I'll get my wheel out and we'll see. Yeah, you can really direct, and I can see a little bit of hay right here. Let's take that out. You can really direct your color patterns and your fibers. This is a great way to put like the additions in to your fiber if you're working with different Angelina or silk or anything like that where you have pieces of stuff that you want to go into your bats, you can do it this way too. Okay, I really like how that ended up looking. I think you guys can see that. So I'm going to flip you around and we're going to try spinning some of this. Okay guys, I pulled it off the drum carder and I am loving this. I might do some more dyeing and putting some of these bats together. I don't have a ton of the KoolAid dyed fibers, but I can make more, or any color, but I just really love this bat. It's super cute. I am going to shift you once again. I wanted to show you the bat. Pulled it off the drum carder. I still have not found my drum carder stick, so I just used a knitting needle again, but I did want to show you guys this. As a creator, I work with my hands, and so I'm always trying to get good videos with showing you guys, or on my reels or whatever it is, with a view of either my wheel or the drum cart or whatever, and it's hard to get good videos when you're trying to work with both your hands and film at the same time. And the tripods are great. I have one of the short bendy ones. That's awesome. But this has kind of revolutionized my life. I can't show you how this works because I'm filming on my phone right now. But this just snaps on here. And then I got a new phone a couple weeks ago. I had to get a new phone because I broke mine. And I got the magnetic back to it. And so I could put the magnet thing on my car and it just pops right on. And this has the round magnet right there. And so I can put my phone right here. And that's actually what I'm going to do right now as I'm spinning this, is I'm going to put you on here to show you how I'm spinning. So this thing has been amazing. I love it. It's lightweight, so I can do reels and things like that. I'll be able to, I'm hoping to do more videoing of like vlogs where, you know, I'm out feeding the animals or shearing animals or whatever it is, and this will make it a lot easier because I don't have to try to hold the camera while I'm doing it or shift the camera the right angle. So all of this is linked so I have an Amazon shop that you can go to, at Amazon storefront, and I'll try to remember to link that down below. I think it's in my bio now, but I'm not sure. But all of this will be linked there. I got it through Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, so anything you purchase through me on Amazon, I do get money back, just so you know that. But this has revolutionized my life, and I would just want to show it to you real quick. So I'm going to put this on and bring you in this way to show you how this bat is spinning up. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, I have my Spinolution Echo here in front of me. I will be doing a video on her next week to show you the ins and outs. She's a really great mid-range wheel, and I really have enjoyed having this one along with my others. But let me get this started. To start any fiber, you have a leader line. It can be anything. This is just... You guys know how I love to fill my bobbins. So this is just some alpaca Angora blend that I did last week. And so I just take... So when you're working with bats, you could do it a couple different ways. I've got the whole bat still here in front of me. You can peel it apart if you want. I'm just going to kind of take an end here. And you start your wheel. We always spin clockwise, or I spin clockwise on. And it just grabs it right there. And that gets you started. And then, yeah, this is all there is to it. I will probably spin, well, you know what? I don't have, so the reason I enjoy my Monarch so much is because that's a studio package. So I have an 8 and a 16 ounce bobbin on it. I have 2 that I can put on it. That's just some hay. I'm going to pull it out while I'm spinning. So typically what I do a lot of times is either with this bat, if I had my Monarch today, I would put the entire bat onto either the 16 or 18 ounce bobbin, and then I would spin it back on itself once I got it all done. Since I don't have my Monarch right now, slow down just a little bit here. I don't have my Monarch right now, and so I will probably end up putting this on 2 different bobbins and then plying them together. Now, I've talked about this in the fractal spinning video, where if I wanted to, I could spin straight here and just go this way and finish it down here. That's kind of, I'm working out of the center here. And this is an awful big, typically you use the little Rolex to do this with, but I'm just kind of working here at the end. So I could do it that way. If I separated it here and then maybe, you know, here and then here, if I separated out the colors, I'm going to get a different spin. So that's how fractal spinning is kind of the idea of different ways you can go about spinning your bats, and it will, or your braids, whatever you use, it will give you different patterns in your yarn. It's going to make your yarn actually look different if you do that. And so I could stop here and I could go over here and pick up, let's just pick up a little bit of this purple. So I'm just going to pull it out here and start spinning. And then I'm kind of working at the center of this bat. This is the Angora that was KoolAid grape. And so that would be a different, rather than working it through the entire bat from the pink on down, I've now jumped over to the purple side. And if I want, I could kind of, I've got some white right next to it here. I could pull out and finish that purple, and I could start the white. Now, if you're a beginner spinner, I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing right now. I have been spinning for over 20 years now, and so this is pretty simple for me to do what I'm doing, pulling it out of the center of this bat. If you're a newbie, you want to either, again, separate these. Let me show you. I will twist this. And Spinolution has these cool little, right here are 2 pins close together, and you can just put your end right in there and it stays. So another way to do this bat would be, like I said, to unroll it like that and then pull it apart. Right here, you just pull it right down, strip it, and then spin it that way. I'm going to kind of keep this together the way I had it because I've got a couple more things to do with it today. So that is spinning with the bat. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I am going to probably sit here and work on this bat this afternoon. I've kind of pulled it apart because I was showing you what it looked like, but I can just roll this back up like this, and there it is. Really turned out cute. I probably have enough here to make another full one like that, and I may work on that since I've got my drum carder and everything out here. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you ever have any questions, please put them down below. I'm always answering comments. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. That does help me out. And like this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic Labor Day weekend, and I hope you're creating something. Bye.